Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, November 4th. Here we go. Today we're going to open up a discussion which might take a couple of days, and I'll tell you what it's about. It's about basically leaving a website operating and open on the day of Shabbos. Is it permissible or is it not permissible? I will not be your final decision here, of course, and if you have a website that operates on Shabbos, of course you'll discuss it with your rabbi. But what we're going to do here over the next couple of halachas is just discuss some of the details so we could be better educated on the matter. But you should discuss it with your rabbi, not just with hearing it here from me. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Hashem says that on the day of Shabbos, of course, that your animals should rest and your family should rest, your servants should rest, and nobody should be doing any work for you. That's how God says it in the Torah, involving your not working on Shabbos. You rest, your animals rest, your servants rest, and your children rest and everything, and nobody runs around and does work for you. However, if you wanted your vessels to continue to work for you, we paskin that your vessels are totally free to continue and do work for you. And that's why our lights are allowed to stay on and our air conditioners are allowed to keep pumping and all that, because our vessels are allowed to continue to keep to work for us. That would seem, if we stop right there, that okay, my website could stay open because my vessels are allowed to keep working for me. But don't tune out now, because it's not that simple. Yes, it's true that your air conditioner can stay on and keep pumping cold air. Your lights could stay on, your Shabbos clock could stay on, etc., etc. But we now have to consider some negative implications. Negative implication number one about trying to keep a website open is that the rabbis long ago made a gzeras mekach u'memkar, which was, they said that people should not be involved in business on Shabbos because they felt that if they would allow kinyan purchases to happen, what could happen when those purchases were happening is somebody might end up writing something down. And we don't want people writing something down on Shabbos, and therefore they said, don't do any kinyan, don't do any mekach u'memkar, don't do any buying and selling, which would sound like, uh-oh, so your website better close down on Shabbos. By the way, that's why in Shul you'll often see the rabbi give the boy a sefer, but he actually arranges and sometimes announces that we have made the kinyan to this boy before Shabbos through a messenger or something. We're only presenting it in his hands right now, but the actual kinyan, the mekach u'memkar, the buy and the sell of that book, or the gifting, is not actually technically happening on Shabbos. So that would be a vote for not having your website running on Shabbos, because then purchases would be happening. However, next point of consideration is that it's impossible for any writing to happen based on what just went on your website on Shabbos, because eBay or PayPal or whatever took care of everything for you, and you never write down anything as the purchase is happening on your website. And that would be a factor to consider, that maybe the website could stay open, and PayPal does whatever it does, and I never write down anything as it happens. PayPal just arranges this electronically, same way my air conditioner keeps pumping cold air into my house throughout Shabbos. And that would be a thought to say that the website is permissible. We'll have to stop it right there because that's 3.5 minutes, and we'll continue more. But generally, you know, each day as I do these laws, I'm going to tell you that you have to speak to your rabbi about it. We're just going through the ramifications of each one of the steps so far. And the way we presented it to you so far is there are reasons for yes and there are reasons for no, and that's probably the way it's going to end. So you're still going to discuss it with your rabbi, but you'll be better educated as to all the details. That's what we do here. Thanks for logging on. Log on for part 2 of this tomorrow. Bye-bye.